we can yell in the comments all we want and say, I don't want this effing person and this and that, and this person's a skis bag and all this other stuff. But then why are you watching it? Trying to find out what's going on. Like, it is what it is. I'm just a reader. I pick up on energy. So it's not my responsibility what you click on. You got to take accountability and responsibility for the content that you absorb, right? Hi everyone, welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alishia. Thank you so very much for being here with me. Y'all are the best. Y'all are seriously awesome. Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to ring the bowl. We're going to call in spirit and then we'll get started. We're just going to see whatever message comes up, okay? And we're going to do one of those. Here we go. Okay, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so very much, spirit. All right, let's see. What is the overall energy? And then we'll see what, okay, that was quick. And we have by the book. Okay, someone's doing something by the book. That's number 11. I want another one. I want another one about by the book. Somebody is following the rules or somebody is fork in the road. Okay. I feel like here I'm getting somebody who's on some type of journey. This is a feminine reading, a feminine energy. We have the yin energy here. Okay. All right. Let us see. This reading is for a feminine who's doing something, I don't know, this feminine, whoever this is, somebody's playing by the rules. Let me get the deck. I didn't get it. Let's find out. I want to know what's going on with this by the book energy. Okay, by the book. Following the rules, follow the leader, following something. What is happening here, please, Spirit? What do we have? Okay. Oh, dang. Okay. Strange. We have the Seven of Swords and the King of Pentacles. I feel like there's a feminine here who perhaps has been, you know, what I get from this right away is that there may have been a King of Pentacles in your life now. This is a low vibe King of Pentacles. I gotta be real. And this energy keeps popping up. I feel like there's a lot of feminines here who are trying to get away from these low vibe masculines, okay, I just gotta say it, who, you know, they operate under the cover of darkness. They may be super sneaky or super shady, okay, they care about ego and money and image and stuff like that, okay. I just feel like this is a repeating theme, y'all, and I will link to that King of Pentacles reading. That I just feel like it's the same kind of energy. Now this feminine here is starting to put down some very strong boundaries in dealing with an individual like this who has been super shady, okay? I just got to call it like I see it. Holy smokes. And it just keeps coming up in our collective. So for those of you who are dealing with somebody who wasn't forthright or who was perhaps, you know, manipulating or playing some type of mind games with you or whatever, like this hot and cold thing, this in and out. I mean, we get a lot of that, right? And I feel like the feminine energy is like laying down some rules. And this is basically what this by the book thing is. It's like, not only if you don't come correct, then don't come at all. Not only that, it's just like, I am now establishing a firm set of boundaries and rules for myself. Like I'm not even going to speak to somebody who I know is shady, okay? I don't know why this is coming up, but it's like, okay, I want to know about the rules. It's like you've found something out. This feminine energy has found something out here, and now it's like you've just established some new rules for yourself, basically. Like, you know, when someone shows you, I just got this, like, when someone shows you their true colors or shows you who they are or tells you about who they are, then you believe them, like, instantly. No more looking for like the best in people or seeing the potential and getting caught up in all the what ifs. Like if this person actually showed up and did the right thing, then it would be awesome. Yeah, it would be, but they're not, right? And so I feel like what's happening is you are just establishing like a very firm boundary around yourself, and you're going by the book, like you're making up your own rules of engagement is basically what I'm seeing with this energy. Okay, so that you protect yourself from ever dealing with individuals like this again. I feel like lessons have been learned absolutely here, especially with the number 11. This is like a master number. You may have been seeing this 1111 or things like that. Some of you may have thought that this person that caused you to establish these firm boundaries, and you did learn these very difficult lessons about like taking people for their face value, right? Or like how they present themselves. Like they're not, oh my gosh. It's like this person was a trickster though. So I'm not like here to judge or blame. Like I've been caught up with individuals like this myself. Like it's not cool. This person presented themselves to be like all that, and then they ended up just being like super shady and not that. Okay, so whatever, like this person's taught you a lot. So you may have thought that at one point this person may have been your twin flame or something along those lines, or at least a very deep soul connection. But you know better now. Okay, is what I'm getting here for this person. Now, of course, this reading isn't going to be for everyone, but for this feminine energy here, it's like you've learned a lot about yourself, what you're going to put up with, what you're not, how to see, like it's just no longer ignoring. You're just believing people for who they truly are. It's like the freaking rose-colored glasses have been broken. Okay, this is kind of what I'm getting. So now you've established some very firm rules about, who's allowed in your life, who's allowed to access your energy, who, like, I don't know, just very strong boundaries is what I'm getting here. So what else on this, please? Look at that, the sun. Yeah, it's like you're determined to be happy, to have growth and joy and abundance in your life. And for whatever reason, it's like this person, dealing with this person may have actually been blocking some blessings for you because you weren't learning. Now, I'm not trying to be accusatory. I'm just kind of stating the energy that I'm feeling here. It's like now that you have established some new rules for yourself, you've actually allowed more positive, lighthearted energy, optimism, hope. You've allowed all of this into your life. So the blessings are starting to come in, and I feel like you're feeling a lot happier. And you've noticed something in your own personal energy that you're like, wow, in not dealing with this person, okay, may have been hurtful. I'm not negating the fact that it hurt, this experience, okay? But after you got over that hump, that challenge, that grieving period of time, and you actually incorporated the lessons that you learned from this individual, you started noticing that your vibe was much higher, and like you were actually a lot happier in not dealing with this person, okay? So this person brought in a lot of pain, sadness, heartache, and it's just like you don't need that. You don't need that in your life. So I love the sun energy because things are going really well now that you are playing by these certain rules that you've created for yourself after having experienced something pretty difficult with this shady individual, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. All right, that's very good, very straightforward. What is this fork in the road? I kind of want to know what this fork in the road. It's like you're happier now, and you're noticing that, and maybe other people are noticing that, and you're maybe starting to see more blessings coming into your life now that you've really established these firm boundaries. Okay, I keep saying that, but this is what's coming up. It's like you're playing by your own rules right now. And your rules are good. It's good for you. It's good for you. It's like you're doing the things that are good for you, and you're not dealing with individuals who aren't. Okay. Yeah. 10 of Wands. Okay. This is something that's been weighing very heavily on you for quite some time here. And you may be at this point in your life where you have a choice of two different directions to go into. So we're going to go and explore that. But it's like you're really ready to drop the load, drop the burden, drop the stress, drop this, it's like it's been too much, too heavy for too long. And you're wanting to focus on the lighthearted situations, right? You're wanting to focus on the good and the positive in your life. Okay, so let's explore fork in the road, we're going to do one option. What's option one? Okay, let's talk about this option one. What is the first option for you? And hopefully we'll be able to help you make a conscious decision here about which way you're going to go. Six of Swords. This is moving on. All right. Moving on, moving forward, learning your lessons. Now, what's the other path? It's not really this way or that way. Interesting. Let me explain. We've got the Two of Cups. We got the Ten of Cups. Okay. So you're not really necessarily... It's very interesting. You're not necessarily at a fork, even though it says fork in the road. It's like you may have been in this limbo for a while, having still kind of had the door open to this person in the past, or maybe even secretly wanting them to change or wishing they would. You wish they would, right? But it has been very heavy. Maybe you didn't really want to come to terms with this, or it took a long time. Now, it's like once you made that decision, so you may have been at that juncture for quite some time where it's like, okay, you're kind of keeping this path open, the path of this past person who was shady AF. And then, you know, not fully stepping onto a new path. So I feel like you've already done that, though. You've already made some type of decision, or you're in the process of doing that right now. And this reading is here to encourage you to choose you, okay? And I mean choose you because we have the Six of Swords, moving on, moving forward, integrating lessons, learning lessons, not really looking back. But I gotta tell you, in this particular deck, we do see this person looking back, okay? So are you following me? Are you watching me? Are you seeing me happier? You know, I would have to say that this person is watching you and seeing you move on. There's almost this like, it's almost, okay, so I'm picking up on a feminine who's like, yeah, that's right. You better watch as I move into happiness without you. So there's a little bit of this like, you don't know what you're missing, or you're going to, you regret this decision. And, you know, there's a little bit of that. Okay. So, but where you are actually headed here, once you make this decision to stop looking back and stop looking over your shoulder and stop caring whether or not this person is seeing you move forward, playing by your own rules, you will be going into this beautiful connection, a new connection, Two of Cups, Ten of Cups. This is like soulmate. This is reciprocated love. This is something that is like felt on both sides here. Reciprocated, I guess that means that. But I mean, it just like, you're not wondering how this person feels. It's out in the open. It's like they give, you give. It's equal give and take, reciprocity. Okay. 10 of Cups is the like most fulfilled that a person can be. It's a maximum fulfillment. So you're going to be very happy, especially with the Sun energy. It's like you're about to, the path that you're on now, after putting up these strong boundaries and actually stopping yourself from caring about this shady individual. It's like, why would I even, what I feel here is that your standards have really raised, or you have noticed something or healed something within you that maybe thought that this person in the past deserved you. Like, how do I explain this? I feel like your self-worth and value has definitely elevated here. Okay. You're starting to see who you truly deserve in love, okay, is what I'm getting here. And you're looking at this person in the past, honestly, and you're looking at them and you're like, wow, why was I ever interested in someone like that? That's crazy. This person's for the streets. Like, this person's for the dogs. Like, this is what I'm kind of getting, like, you know. So now that you've come to this point, or you're on your way to this point now, in looking back at this person, playing by your own rules, honoring the self, you know, not engaging in any of these mind games or manipulations and all this just garbage from the past. You've raised your standards and you're actually like coming into something very beautiful here. A loving connection. It's like instantly, I couldn't snap there for a second. It feels very instant. Or at least this is the next partnership. Like you've basically healed yourself to a point where it's like you are ready for something stable and secure, and you're attracting the kind of partner that you actually do deserve. So there is something that has shifted within you internally. Like you have established these boundaries, and this is actually what's helping you, you know, align yourself with something that is amazing. in your love life, okay? I'm just gonna say it. So tell me more about this new person. Okay, we have the Four of Swords. I want to know more about the new person, and Spirit's like, no, there's still a little bit more rest and healing to be done, I guess. Let me just see. Four of Swords is an energy of like quiet contemplation, meditation. Maybe you're still in this point where it's kind of like a cooling off period, but know that this is actually what's coming in. Let me just see. I'm going to try again. Anything about this person? Maybe they're the silent type. Okay, maybe right now that they're not exactly ready either. They could be in healing mode themselves. Okay, so let me just see. Anything more about this new person you're headed towards, or this new connection, this happiness? It's really quite beautiful when you get the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Why? Why? The Tower is coming up in reverse. All right. All right. Okay, some people aren't going to like this, but this is the message that's coming up. Okay, so I feel like you're on the right track. Now, I just want to start like this. You're really on the right track. You know what you have to do. You know what you have to do. But for some of you here, there is still a resistance in actually following through. I do feel like there's still a hope, or someone's hanging on to that little bit of something left, still looking back, still looking to the past, still hoping that this person, even secretly, okay, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself, that's fine. If this isn't your reading, that's also cool. But for whoever wants to take a real hard look at themselves and be open and honest with the self, and you know, sometimes that's difficult to do, but okay. Anyway, yeah. Somebody here is like really not wanting things to change, really just wanting, it's like, I want what I want. I want that person. I want them to change. I want this person to level up, this past person. There's still something that needs to be healed here that's coming up. So I'm getting that this past person has, it's kind of like a trauma bond or something here that has brought up these feelings of not being worthy or whatever the case, you know, up to be healed. And there's still some more healing to be done. It's like you're on the right track though. You know what you have to do, like mentally, logically, but I feel still in order to get the relationship that you want, or in order to manifest the love connection that is available to you. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying there's still a reluctance. Now, we are officially in the Mercury retrograde. Okay, so for some of you, there may be a resurgence of this past person trying to come in and manipulate, all right? Or, you know, when the Tower comes up in the reverse, I'm going to tell you that something is not changing, okay? When the Tower comes up, this person hasn't changed. And there's maybe a part of you that hasn't quite finished changing, okay? So that is what it is, all right? It is what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything that comes up because there's a message here for somebody who needs it. Okay, so somebody still is looking back. And I mean, even if you are tuning into tarot readings to find out what's going on with that person, that's on you, right? I mean, like you click on it. You click on it. So, I mean, there's curiosity as well. And there's people here who are here learning tarot, and I get that. That's not you. I get it. But there's still like, you know, we can yell in the comments all we want and say, I don't want this effing person and this and that. And this person's a skis bag and all this other stuff. But then why are you watching it? Trying to find out what's going on. Like, it is what it is. I'm just a reader. I pick up on energy. So it's not my responsibility what you click on. You got to take accountability and responsibility for the content that you absorb, right? And just a little side note, somebody is asking me right now, well, then why do you provide content like that? And I got to tell you, I read the energy, I'll read what comes up. And also when you're in a certain point, readings can be quite healing. Okay. So we're not here to judge whatever, but for the person I'm talking to here in this particular reading, you know that perhaps you still are a little bit curious, or you are leaving the door open, or wishing that this person will come back and change, and Spirit's trying to say, no, they're not going to, but there may be some type of test or resurgence that comes back. Like they may come back around, trying to get your attention in some way. Okay. Trying to get your attention, it's like They're literally like a roadblock for you. This person is, okay? They're karmic. This is a karmic individual. They're not, you know, they're karmic. I'm just going to leave it at that. They're here to teach you a lesson. They're not here to be that person, that end game person, your ideal person. They aren't that. They've shown themselves to you over and over and over that they aren't that. And so Spirit's like, please just see that they aren't that and forget about them and move forward so that you can actually get into a connection that you deserve, okay? The love that you deserve. Please, it's almost like Spirit's begging you to frickin' like just let this person go, right? But you have free will. So, I mean, some of us can be very stubborn, you know, and I know myself, like I'm not just sitting here lecturing and being rude or whatever, harsh. I know this, I have to say it to myself sometimes too, because I find myself, you know, oh, I wonder what that person's up to. It's like, why, Alishia? That person is a POS. Like, you know, why do you care? You know, you need to move on. There's so many other like amazing humans out there. Why do you care about this one person? And then it's like, okay, obviously there's still some healing here that we have to revisit. We have to continuously work on the self. So we're not quite there yet, but we're headed in the right direction, right? So we're on the right track. Here we have the Nine of Swords. There's some folks here, okay, and again, it's not accusatory, it just is what it is, the energy. It's like there's a worry and an anxiety and a fear that this person, this healthy, stable connection, reciprocated love, you know, happily ever after is not available. Like, as in, you'll never get there, you'll never get this. So it's like, there's somebody here who's still hanging on to this past person and hanging on to hope because it feels familiar, it feels secure, you know what to expect. And this is happening at a subconscious level. So I would really encourage anyone in this type of situation to look up trauma bonds, because that's what this is. It's what it feels like. It's what it feels like. The reason it's familiar is going to take you all the way back to some childhood wounding, okay, or original wound, okay? And that's still what needs to be worked on and needs to be healed. So there's worry, there's fear, there's anxiety that kind of love just isn't going to come in for me, you know, that kind of thing. So, I mean, I'm going to have to put a trigger warning or something on this message that says like, you know, only watch if you can handle the truth, because it is very straightforward. And, you know, it could be the words that somebody really needs to hear though. Okay. And I say them with love. But my Sagittarius rising is like real straightforward and direct. So my Cancer sun wants to give you a hug, but my Sag rising wants to tell you straight up what the energy is here. Okay, so anyways, I'm sending you love. There's nothing to worry about, even though it's easier said than done, but you will actually, when you finally release this person, and I mean really let go and release this individual from the past, the shady MF, you know, that person, then you are actually going to bring in this, but it's still coming up as a block because there's something still that hasn't changed within you. All right. This person from the past, they definitely have not changed. They definitely have not changed. They're never going to change. And nobody wants to hear that about the person that they love. But it's like, why do you love somebody who is like this? You know, that there's still something to figure out here, like internally. Okay. And Spirit's like, okay, Spirit is encouraging you to keep going. Again, you are on the right track, so don't beat yourself up, but there's still more work to be done. So it's like, the good stuff isn't going to come in until, you know, the bad stuff is totally out. And I'm just going to say it like that. Okay. It's a little bit of a challenge. I feel like you are going to overcome it. And the reason why I said that is because it's a Knight of Wands. And in this particular deck, we have, you know, this wizard, you know, on the broom, or a wizard or witch or whatever. It's called the Everyday Witch Tarot. So that's why it's all witch and wizard theme. But anyway, they've got their wand like at the ready. I'm not sure if you can see that. And they're about to charge at a dragon on top of a mountain. And that's like a huge challenge, right? Mountains represent challenges. Dragons, like, I'm going to defeat this dragon or whatever, defeat the beast. Like, it's a challenge. So you will overcome this challenge. And I feel like you are ready for it. And I feel like you are determined. So that's why I'm not hesitating on speaking this direct truth to y'all. Because you're ready to hear it. Those of you who are still here, you're ready to hear it. And you are ready to overcome this challenge. Now, what's at the other side of this challenge? It's that freaking 10 of Pentacles. You are going to get there. So let's put those worries of the mind, let's put those fears and anxieties to bed. You're actually going to get there. You are going to overcome this challenge. You are going to heal. You are going to let the past and these sleeping dogs lie, because that's what it is. It feels like this person's a flipping dog. Like, why do you even want them? And that's something that you gotta like be real with yourself. Why do you want someone like this? You know, why do I want someone like this? Like, they're not like. You got to be real, right? And I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who has been slowly waking up to the reality of this person that they were dealing with and maybe hoping for and watching tarot on. And, you know, the reality of who that person is not somebody who's a good match for you. Okay. And it is what it is. Okay. Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm doing this out of a space of love. Like, I'm giving it to you straight. I could come on here and sugarcoat a message. I could read this in a completely different way that would keep you hanging on to this individual, but I don't want to do that because they're freaking shady and you deserve way better. Okay. Let me get you a love message. We're going to go self-love. And then we're going to give you an affirmation. And I hope this has been of help to you in some way. Okay. So it says, okay, let's just see. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment, okay? Maybe that's part of it. This person came into your life like, I'm being pretty harsh to this individual, just because it's going to really drive the message home, I feel like, for those who need to hear it. But, you know, we can let go of the resentment towards them. They did their job, okay? They did their job in your life, on your journey. They taught you yourself, your worth, your value, or a little bit more about that for you. And they've helped you elevate. They helped you learn. They've helped you grow. They've helped you ascend and evolve and, you know, all these good things. You don't need them anymore. And so here we go. I'm going to read it again, okay? But we can let go of the resentment. We can say thank you. You know, we can do that Ho'oponopono prayer. I cannot pronounce that, but it's like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, let them go, okay? Think of them, put their name, you know, whatever, and really, truly release their energy, okay? I don't know, I keep wanting to say, like, to the streets or to the dogs, like, this person's for the streets. I don't know why I'm saying it, but it is. Maybe I don't know. Okay, so it says emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they also distort your perception and cloud your vision. Okay, so in order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Okay, fair enough. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Let's do your self-love message and an affirmation. But just know that, like, you've got the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups. Like, you've got beautiful life partner, reciprocated love, like all of this good stuff, like coming in, happiness, abundance, you know, the most, right? The most love that you deserve is there for you. And it is there. It's just, we need to completely release some of this. And I just have to tell you, I mean, we're in the Mercury retrograde. I know I started saying that earlier and I didn't finish the thought. This person may come back around. Okay. So be strong, please be strong, stand in your strength, play by those new rules that you've established for yourself, honor your boundaries, and just keep on trucking, you know, keep on going forward. Here we go. Find balance. Okay. This is your message. All right. It says even moderation requires moderation. Swinging from one extreme to another can put one out of balance. Restore your peace from within. So even just in all of this, okay, finding balance, you can be in this, like, I think there could be two parts of you right now. One that's like really extreme and it's like, I know this, I know my boundaries, I know my worth, I know my value and all these things. I'm not going to talk to this person. And it's like, they come back and you're just like, ooh, like, I don't know. I feel like there could be like an extreme back and forth here. So trying to find the middle ground, again, maybe releasing some resentment, focusing on the self, where you're headed, some more healing, and not allowing this person, if they show up, to throw you out of balance, even emotionally, because again, those emotions can cloud your vision, right? So there's something still to be worked on. Okay. So the good stuff is coming in, but it's not, and I know I want to say it's going to come in like that, but it's going to come in, it's going to happen quickly once this is all dealt with. Okay. And once you are completely there, like no one toe in the water kind of thing, or 1 foot on the line or whatever. You're at this fork in the road right now. And I mean, I'm not here to judge if you need another round with this person to really truly drive the lessons home. I'm just going to say the more times you go on a round with these karmics, the harsher and harsher the lesson gets, the more hurt you end up. Okay. I'm just going to say it is, you know, it is that way, especially if you logically know something in your mind to be true and then you go against that. It's like the lesson gets harder. Okay. I'm just saying, I want the best and the highest for each and every one of you. Okay. I really do. All right. So let me get an affirmation for you. Oh my gosh, this has been a bit rough. Tough love. Tough love. Okay. All right, here we go. Loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. So you're still working a little bit on that, okay? You're there, you're doing great. You know, I'll give you the pat on the back and the hug. You're doing awesome. Okay, just keep going, okay? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. My heart is open. I allow my love to flow freely. I love myself and I love others and others love me. So just get in that vibe of love. But you know, you don't have to. We'll just leave this person over here, okay? Okay, so that being said, I am going to close out this reading, and I'm probably going to do a love reading. Now, if you feel like you're going to be thinking about this past person, don't click on it. I'm just, okay? I know I'm not here to tell you what to do, but, you know, I'm also... Everyone's at a different space on their journey, loves. Everybody truly is. And I got to say, like, I just want to say this again before I go. There was a point in time when tapping into readings about what this other person was up to and what they were thinking and how they were feeling, you know, it did actually, it was like therapy. So it really did help me. So I'm going to continue to provide messages for whatever comes up and for all the different people who are here in our tribe at different levels and stages. So really the onus is on you, what you watch, okay, and what you click on, and that's on you, okay? I'm sending you lots of love here, folks. I really truly am. And I will speak to you again. Take care.